Having trouble with a slot machine addiction. What is the best way to overcome this addiction? Overcoming a slot machine addiction, or any gambling addiction, can be challenging, but it's absolutely possible with the right strategies and support. Here's a practical, step-by-step approach based on what's known to work for many people. Acknowledge the problem. You've already taken a big first step by recognizing the issue. Admitting it's a struggle is key to moving forward. Set clear goals. Decide what you want, whether it's cutting back or quitting entirely. Total abstinence often works better for gambling addictions because slot machines are designed to hook you with intermittent rewards, making moderation tough. Limit access. Cut off the supply. Self-exclude from casinos or online gambling sites. Many offer programs where you can ban yourself. Delete gambling apps, block websites, use tools like Gambin or BetBlocker, and avoid places with slot machines. Replace the habit. Slot machines often fill a void, boredom, stress, or a need for excitement. Find healthier alternatives. Exercise, hobbies, or even games that don't involve money. The dopamine hit from winning can be mimicked by other rewarding activities. Manage money. Give control of your finances to someone you trust temporarily, or set strict limits. Use cash for essentials and freeze credit cards if you can. Gambling addictions thrive on easy access to funds. Build a support system. Talk to people, friends, family, or a counselor. Gamblers Anonymous is a solid option. It's free, peer-led, and follows a 12-step model that's helped millions. Look for a local meeting or online session. Understand the triggers. Figure out what pulls you in: stress, loneliness, or maybe those flashing lights and sounds. Once you know, you can dodge or cope with those triggers better. Cognitive behavioral therapy is great for this. A therapist can help you rewire those thought patterns. Professional help. If it's deep-rooted, consider a therapist specializing in addiction or a psychologist. Meds aren't usually the go-to for gambling, but if anxiety or depression's fueling it, they might help. Talk to a doctor. Track progress. Keep a journal. Note wins, as in days without gambling, and slips. Seeing progress builds momentum. Apps like Quit Gamble can gamify staying clean. Be patient. Slips happen. Don't beat yourself up, learn from them, and keep going. Recovery's not linear. Why slot machines are so addictive? They're engineered with random payouts and near misses to keep you chasing the next win. Knowing that can help you see it's not about willpower, it's a rigged game. If you are challenged and do not want to join Gamblers Anonymous, or do not like thinking about someone looking over my shoulder. Not everyone's into groups like Gamblers Anonymous, and you don't need someone hovering over you to kick this. You can still tackle it solo, or with less oversight. Here's a tailored plan that keeps you in control. Self-exclusion without the middleman. You don't need a babysitter. Block yourself from gambling sites and venues directly. Most online platforms have self-exclusion options in the account settings. It's a few clicks to lock yourself out for months or years. For physical spots, many casinos let you sign up for their exclusion lists privately. No one has to know. Cut the cash flow. Since you don't want someone else managing your money, set up your own guardrails. Move most of your funds to a savings account with withdrawal delays, like 24 to 48 hours. It gives you a cooling-off period. Use a debit card with a low daily limit for essentials. The less cash you can grab impulsively, the harder it is to feed the slots. Break the cycle. Slot machines thrive on routine. Change yours, swap the time or place you'd usually play with something else. If it's after work, hit the gym or binge a series instead. If it's online at night, try a non-gambling game with no stakes, like a strategy app. The trick is to starve the habit without feeling watched. Outsmart the urge. When the itch hits, delay it. Tell yourself you'll wait 15 minutes, set a timer. Often, the craving fades. Or distract yourself hard. Loud music, a quick workout, anything that drowns out the slot machine jingle in your head. Know the enemy. Slot machines use psychology, random rewards, bright lights, that almost one trick. Remind yourself it's a machine, not fate. Keep a note in your wallet or phone. It's rigged to take more than it gives. Sounds simple, but it can snap you out of the trance. Solo therapy tools. Skip the counselor if that's not your vibe. Try cognitive behavioral therapy on your own. Apps like Wobot or MooPath teach you to catch thoughts like one more spin won't hurt and flip them to I'm done being suckered. There's also free workbooks online. Search Cognitive Behavioral Therapy for Gambling Addiction. Track it privately. Use a notes app or a locked file to log your progress, as in days without playing, money saved. No one sees it but you. Seeing those numbers climb can hit harder than any jackpot. Remember, you're calling the shots here. If you slip, don't spiral, just reset. How often do you find yourself playing these days, and what usually sets it off? If you feel like your problem is often enough to call it a problem, and want to think about doing a reset? Often enough to call it a problem, tells says it's got a grip on you, but you're ready to fight back. A reset is about hitting pause, reclaiming control, and starting fresh, without judgment. Here's how to do it, keeping it practical and solo since you're steering this yourself. How to reset, stop cold. Pick a moment right now, today, and decide that's your line in the sand. No one last spin nonsense. That's the addiction talking. Delete apps, clear browser history, toss any gambling-related bookmarks. Make it hard to jump back in. Clear the deck. Take a hard look at your money. Move anything extra, beyond what you need for the next few days, to a spot you can't touch easily, like a savings account with a delay, or even a jar you stash somewhere annoying to reach. If you've got gambling debts, freeze them for now. Deal with those later. Break the pattern. Whatever usually leads you to the slots, boredom, a bad day, a specific time, disrupt it. If it's evenings, plan something else. Cook something complicated, walk somewhere new, or blast a playlist that drowns out the urge. Change the scenery so your brain doesn't autopilot to the machine. Own the slip if you've played recently. Don't dwell, just analyze it quick. What triggered it? A fight? A paycheck? Write it down somewhere private, like a phone note or a scrap of paper, and trash it if you want. The point: know your enemy for next time. Set a tiny win. Day one's your reset goal. Just make it 24 hours. No big promises, no forever stuff. When you hit it, stack another day. It's you versus the slots, and you're racking up points they can't touch. Mental reset. Tell yourself, that was then, this is now. Slot machines bank on guilt or chasing losses. Don't give them that power. You're not erasing the past, you're just not letting it drive. After the reset, watch the triggers. Assume they're lurking, stress, downtime, whatever. When you feel that pull, delay it. 15 minutes, a glass of water, a walk. Most urges fade if you stall them. Reward yourself. Take the money you didn't blow on slots and buy something small, a coffee, a book, whatever. Proof you're winning. Let's consider some of your challenges, like it's worse on weekends or payday's a trap. If your problem is mostly local casinos, within 2 hours from home, and their advertising and promotions cause you to be chasing the incentives. Local casinos within 2 hours, chasing incentives, that's a clear picture. They've got you hooked with those rewards, free plays, comp meals, the promise of a big payout. It's a trap they set on purpose, and you're ready to break free. Here's how to reset and dodge that specific pull, keeping it in your hands. Your reset plan: cut the cord. Stop today. No, one last trip. Those incentives are bait, not a bonus. Call or go online to self-exclude from those casinos. Most have a form. It's quick, private, and bans you for a set time, a year, 5 years, whatever you pick. They'll kick you out if you show up. No temptation, no choice. Block the drive. 2 hours is close enough to lure you, far enough to plan around. Fill that travel time with something else. Hit a park, a movie theater, or even a buddy's place in the opposite direction. Make the casino a hassle not worth chasing. Ditch the incentives. Unsubscribe from their emails, texts, loyalty clubs, whatever's dangling the carrot. If you've got a player's card, cut it up. Those free perks cost you more than they give. Tell yourself they're a con because they are. Money lockdown. Before the urge hits, move most of your cash somewhere slow, like a bank account you can't hit with a debit card at an ATM near the casino. Keep just enough for gas or groceries. No spare dollars, no impulsive trips. Reset the clock. Start with one casino-free day. Today's perfect. Mark it somewhere private like a phone, napkin, whatever. Then stack another. Each day you don't go, you're beating their game. Post-reset moves kill the chase. Casinos thrive on you chasing losses or that next deal. When the urge hits, remind yourself, the house always wins long-term. Say it out loud if you have to. I'm not their sucker anymore. Swap the thrill. Incentives give you a rush. Find it elsewhere. Try something with a payoff that's yours. Hiking somewhere new, like 2 hours out, or some different vibe, or even a cheap bet-free game like a local trivia night. Trigger traps. Payday, a rough week, or a shiny casino flyer might spark it. If you spot one coming, preempt it. Plan a distraction before your car keys start calling. Today's date could be your day one. I hope this helps. If not, please reach out to National Council on Problem Gambling at 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-426-2537 or 1-800-270-7117 or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Good luck.